We're at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Set, ready? 60 or. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
He'll look to throw. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
Here we go, here we go. 15 line it. 15 line it. Hey, wahoo!
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll set up a throw. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Vick. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Back to it after the pick 6. Vick. That's complete. It's Charles. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in his zone.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Preston Brown in to drop him behind the line for a loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Vick now. Well, the pressure gets to him again. Terrell Suggs, one of the best in the business at finding the QB, gets home there.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Throwing Vick. Goodwin able to haul it in. That's the first catch of the game for Goodwin. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 12. First down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
A very solid gain of 27. Vick to throw it. Now Vick stripped. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. On 2nd and 11 now. Vick, his throw incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On 3rd down, Vick. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Myers, the AFC's Pro Bowl kicker from a year ago. He was 6 out of 7 from 50-plus last year, and he converts another one here. Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Hey, Haywood!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fancy footwork by Charles. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it second down and 11. On second and 11 now. Vick, blitz coming, and down he goes. Terrell Suggs picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Third and long for Vick. Screen pass to Charles. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's fourth. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion. What you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
There's Vick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Brown, and the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. From the shotgun again to Elliott. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because...
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. The 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Devontae Freeman. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
Let's go.
Elliott. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. The Packers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll set up to throw. Man open, it's Moss complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
60 or. Hey, Charlie.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. For Zeke, one of the first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his second rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. He's going to take a touchdown, Packers! 23 yards for the touchdown. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
He's got his man Sharp complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
X3, 218, chop it. Come on, let's go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 2nd and 15. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
It's 70, Indy. Hey. 5.
Here's Elliott. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
Remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now here's Vick, forced out to his left. Completes this one to Meredith. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty. flag on the field.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long.
Let's get it.
From the gun, Vick gets it to Meredith, complete. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. On 3rd down, Vick out of the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Terrell Suggs able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They will indeed go for it. Vick. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Brings up 3rd down and 20.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Elliott. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now a draw play. Here's Charles. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They'll try to throw it here. Vick. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Vick goes play action. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Moss. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. He gets this one to Johnson. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Vick. That's complete. It's Charles. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now an inside handoff for Charles. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. 1st down, Vick. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Vick. Deep ball for Goodwin. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. Marquise Goodwin. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are back within a single score. Now Myers for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17.
Next the score, Packers 24, Vikings 17. Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Take it at the 37. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll run from the gun with Charles. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Vick now, eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throwing, Vick. And a throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Touchdown, Packers. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack, Vick. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. The Vikings on third down. It's been a problem, just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Vick. Open man, it's Vernon Davis. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line. A first down throw coming for Vick. He finds his man Johnson. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. From the red zone now, Vick. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Here's Vick. And an alley to run. He's to the 10. Well, apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now, meanwhile, the throw by Vick incomplete. It was knocked away. Breaking that one up, the former All-Pro Josh Norman.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go. His first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last, because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
The throw over the middle taken in, and taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Now under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Looking to throw. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Vick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Johnson's got it complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
4th down, Vick. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. On 1st down, Elliott. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They go to Elliott again. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
The kick by Marr is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Flush to his right. Pass incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. On 4th down, Vick. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Then it's Clinton-Dix with a pick. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job